Okay, let's see how this one works. We are recording live here from Bangkok, baby. One final night before we head back to Copenhagen, we decided to do a bit of a, you know, just treating ourselves a little bit before heading back home. And as you can see, it's something else. I've never been to Bangkok actually, so it's wait, right as we speak here. Look what we found. A thousand legs in Bangkok. That could be the, yeah, whatever. Okay, so I just decided to head into this little pool, and it's really, really hot actually. Ah, shit. Okay, let's do it like this. That's a pretty cool little setup. So I had a quick thought that I could share with today's video. The coming age of artificial intelligence, being human in the age of artificial intelligence. I don't know if this is too disturbing, but let's do it like this. My pants are getting pretty whatever. But the the world is going to change a hell of a lot over the next few months, few years, maximum a decade, and many people are talking about it. Of course, the AI hype, the AI boom, all these stories we hear around the internet is, to be honest, I think they are not at all exaggerated, and I don't think they are. Actually, I think that most of the population of Earth has still have no idea about what is coming. And even though you see these videos going viral on YouTube where people they talk about the implications of the AI transformation we're going into, getting millions of views. But when you travel the world and see how the real life goes on and how normal people all around the world, they don't have the slightest of clue. Perhaps some tourists that we meet here and there, they know about AI and talk about that as well. But most people, they have no idea. They're just busy with getting by, getting along, and making ends meet at the end of the month. And I am convinced that the world is going to change completely over the next few years. But then again, when I travel in, for example, in Thailand, it's still hard for my brain to it's hard to wrap my head around what that change is really going to look like, because one thing is all these things that I read online and watching videos on YouTube and read on X. Another thing is, how is it really going to change the lives of people? How is people, of course, yeah, people are going to lose their jobs, people are going to freak out, and it's going to be one hell of a mess. It's going to be civil unrest, and it's going to be quite turbulent times, to be honest. And of course, there's going to be a lot of great things as well. But will these things be? Yeah, I have a hard time putting into words exactly what I mean, but it just feels, when you're traveling in the third world, it just feels like it's so far away still, these technological advancements. In Bangkok, it's probably not that hard to imagine, but when you travel in the country or in the islands of Thailand, or even more or less more pronounced in lesser developed countries than Thailand. But nevertheless, you know, there's been 118 or something billion people living on planet Earth over the last, I don't know, 100,000 years or how long you count back. But that's the general acknowledged amount of people that has been living on Earth. And of those more than 100 billion people, 99.9% of them never experienced throughout their whole lives any invention, any new tool, any element of innovation within their society, within their community, within their lives. And that's because the invention cycle was so slow for most of human history that it took more years than an typical human lifespan would last before a new invention was implemented. And now things are, of course, a lot different, but in the next 5 years, there's probably going to be more innovation, more new inventions, new tools, new technologies, new science unveiled than there has been in the last 500, if not 1,000 years, because of AI intelligence explosion. Soon as Elon he cracks, orbital data centers, AI data centers in space, and the sky isn't even the limit anymore. It's really hard to see how they can, what where is the limit to what can be created by humans and humans leveraging AI, because everything you see around us, everything we see around us, buildings, cars, light poles, hotels, companies, iPhones, everything is basically built from human intelligence, human creative drive, and human labor executing those ideas with intelligence. And with artificial intelligence going up the exponential curve these days, the intelligence is going to explode. There's going to be so much more synthetic digital intelligence than biological intelligence really soon on Earth. And there's going to be, at some point, there's going to be way more robots than there's going to be humans on Earth. So these robots will be creating more robots. So at some point there's going to be many more robots than humans, and those things in combination, it will just create a cascade of an explosion of new science, new technologies, new things that we can't even imagine. So many things that we can't even imagine will be widespread across Earth in a few years. And it's really hard to figure out, it's really hard to wrap your head around how society is realistically going to be able to adapt and absorb this extremely violent exponential progression of technology that is going to play out. It's really hard to see how society, civilization is going to adapt to this change in the same rate as it is going to unveil. Yeah, that's a long way of saying that we are pretty fucked. No, we're not fucked. I really want with this channel to be positive minded and remain optimistic, because that is really the only option we have. Of course we can lie down and just scream and give up and stress out on these things, but that's not going to help us in any way. So we have to remain optimistic and have to keep trying to figure out together, and as individuals as well, how we can leverage this technology to the best of our benefit and become wiser, become more capable, become more productive and more creative and better human beings with this technology, not be intimidated, being completely disrupted and be replaced by it. There's tremendous potential for us to really transcend ourselves and become a whole new species within our lifetime. And the sheer fact that we get to experience this, it boggles the mind. I think that's all for today. I'm gonna do a bit more deep dive tomorrow here from Bangkok, baby, and it's gonna be interesting. Crazy times we're going into. Yeah, let's see what happens. And until next time, I'm a bit tired. I've been traveling all day. If my mumbling gave me away, but until next time, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks.